What's going on, y'all? Today I'm making a video about my 2005 Ford F-150 XL 4.6 liter V8. As you can see, it's not quite the complete stock form that it was, at least when I got it. When I got it, it was completely stock. It had a 2-inch lift in the front, a leveling kit, but in order to pass Maryland inspection, I had to take that out and basically returned it completely to stock form. I rocked stock form with it for a couple of months actually after passing the Maryland inspection. Then I got these 33-inch tires, mud tires, put on the truck. I bought them off a buddy for about $100. They're actually pretty cupped in the rear. Tread's not the best, but they'll last me a little bit. They actually get some good traction in the mud. So I've done some little work to the truck. Actually had a spot of frame rot underneath here. You can see I got a steel plate. One of my buddies, who's a welder, cut out the frame, put in a big old plate. See if you can see that up in there. Put in a big old plate to prevent that rust. Had to get that done. I had to rebuild the parking brake, basically rebuild the front end. I had to put a new upper control arm in it, new CVX on that side. I had to put both lower ball joints in. I think I already said I rebuilt the parking brake in the rear. Since then, I put the 2-inch lift back in, the spacers right there. I put those back in, and I got upper control arms that were built for a lift. I ended up having to rock 1.5-inch wheel spacers as well. You can see wheels do stick out real nice right there. I actually like the look a lot. I ended up having to do that because these tires were rubbing on the upper control arms, as you can see right there. So that sucked. But I just recently, a couple days ago, repainted this front bumper. Front bumper is rusting away. Painted some black Rust-Oleum paint on it. See how long that lasts. Got a nice little chain on the front. Truck does not have the original transmission in it. They originally come with the 4R70s. This truck has a 4R100, which comes out of a Super Duty. It's like damn near a bulletproof transmission, so that's what it has on it right now. And it actually drives pretty smooth. It needs cleaned out. It's pretty dirty. Got some seat covers on. Can't get the seat cover on that side because of the seatbelt cable, but it's actually pretty messy. I use it for hunting, fishing, hauling with the boys, going mudding, fun stuff like that. I noticed that recently a little piece of rot started forming right there. I covered it with some paint. It's actually pretty hard to see, but I did a muffler delete on it too. I'm gonna paint the rear bumper today, repaint that. You can see I put a little bit of paint right there. It's rusty and messed up, so I'm gonna put some paint on it. Came with a bed mat inside of it. You can see it's covered in crap right now from work that I've been doing. Jumper cable that got burnt through, a bunch of gloves, bottles I got cleaning out. Put some stickers on and stuff like that. But here's the muffler delete. It's got a temporary like slinky pipe in it that I put in. It does leak a little bit. I want to get it welded eventually by somebody, but I just put this in as like a temporary fix, or if you want to call it a fix, because I wanted to have a muffler delete. But I bought the truck back in, I want to say March or April, for $2,700. And truck actually has higher mileage than most people would think, and most people would see on trucks. It's got 318,620.2 miles right now as we speak. It's a little dirty again. Try to keep it clean, but it gets dirty from all my fishing and whatnot this time of year. But yeah, it's got 318,000 miles on it, 4.6 liter V8. It's got a nice little muffler delete, and go ahead and start it up for y'all. Roll down this window. It's a very loud window. Also put new speakers in the front doors because the speakers, one was blown. My dad helped me trace a new wire from the connection in the stereo all the way down, because somewhere along the way it went bad. But the new system I have actually sounds significantly better anyway. 4-wheel drive, I'm working on fixing that right now. Doesn't quite work right. There's the startup. And it's like 80 some degrees out right now here. Gets really loud when you get on it. makes a lot of noise. I'll show you under the hood. It does have a oil pan leak a little bit. I think the drain plug was also leaking. I replaced it. It does also have a valve cover leak. Has a new fuel system that was put in before I ever bought the truck, so I'm not sure if sometimes you hear like a noise. It might be an injector noise, or it could be it needs a new timing chain, because timing chains do go bad on these. Considering I have 318,000 miles, might have to look into doing a timing chain on it. But it's pretty dirty under here. It's a retired construction truck from some company locally. I think it was up in Delaware, actually. But pretty local company that had it as a construction truck for a long time. Body's actually in pretty good shape. I had to do a temporary fix on the rockers for inspection purposes. They're pretty crappy. See, I got spray foam sprayed under there. I accidentally ran over a can of spray foam. Spray foam is used for rockers. And then the only bad part of the body that I'm concerned about right now is this fender starting to rust out, which I'll have to do some body work on eventually, I guess, or put fender flares, or probably body work. I don't know. It sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is the truck. I like this truck. Like it a lot. Like I said, I've had it for a couple months now. At least 3 months now I've had it. It's been a pretty good truck. I just did an oil change on it recently. IWE system. The IWE hubs are what's failing in it right now, and they'll click when I'm driving, and that's why forward drive doesn't quite work right. That side, passenger side, just kind of locks up when it wants to. So I think sometimes I'm driving in 3-wheel drive is what I found out, which is kind of concerning. So I'm gonna get it fixed soon anyway. And then driver's side, it just it'll lock when I put it in 4 high, but the light won't come on. The light would come on for 4 low there for a while, so I'm not really sure what was up with that. But I've been meaning to post a video on my Mustang. I did a whole build on that. I spent like $3 grand on parts on the Mustang, but the video, I couldn't get it together right. I'm just gonna make an updated version of it here soon and renew that. This thing does guzzle gas, I'll tell you that, but solid truck. It's been a solid truck for me so far. I'm very thankful for it. It's a blessing, because I always wanted to have a truck. Prayed and it worked. Finally bought a truck, so that came from the previous owner. Not necessarily a wrong statement, that's for sure, but yeah, it's dirty. It's a little beat. It's a construction truck, but overall it's not too bad, and I've been renewing it the best I can. Roll that noisy window back up. But yeah, here she is, 318,000 miles on a 2005 F-150 XL. Lift, tires, exhaust. She ain't too bad. Thanks for watching, y'all.